everyone. So in this video, I'm going to be introducing something called NACLs, NACLs. It's called Network Access Control List. And it's a feature in AWS that is used to control traffic to and from subnets in your VPC. It acts as an extra layer of security to help you control and filter network traffic. And NACLs work at the subnet level, unlike your security group that works only at the instance level. So we are going to be doing a demo and understanding what NACLs does and how it comes into play. Unlike your security groups that are stateful, NACLs are stateless. It means they don't automatically track and remember the routes of your traffic. For every traffic request, both inbound and outbound routes, you must explicitly define them. So far, I've provisioned my VPC as usual, my VPC. I also have my subnets, the public subnet right here and the private subnet, route tables, public and private, and I've added the routes to allow internet access rights from everybody, all IP addresses on the internet. Internet gateway, I created my internet gateway and attached it to the VPC. So now what we are going to do now, we are going to be deploying our EC2 instances in the public and the private subnets. You know how to do this already, but I want to show you an extra feature when creating your instance. Right now we have no instances running. Let's create one. Launch instance, and we are going to start with the public instance. So let's go with my public server. The type should be Linux 2. Instance type is T2 micro. Key pair login, let's use our regular key pair, which is my key. Network settings, let's edit this. My VPC, the subnet, public subnet, yes. Enable auto-assign public IP. Firewall security group, I already have one, so just pick it. My web server SG. And now, in this advanced details here, we want to add something. We want to add a default user data, just an index.html page that will just show something very basic, just one line of code or something. Okay, so this is what our users, the public, this is what they should see if they enter our public IP address. And I already have the code here. I'll be explaining the code already. So this is the code. Just copy it and paste it here. Now what this code does is that this is a bash script. This defines the bash script /bin/bash. It tells your instance that run as a bash script. This is a shebang. Sudo means super user do, so you're changing to this super user. Yum updates to update your package. Yum install httpd-y. This is an Apache web server, so this tells it to install Apache on this server. And then echo means print this message. This demo is organized by Cloudplex, so this is what our users will see when they enter our public IPv4 address. This demo is organized by Cloudplex, and it's just HTML h1 heading. And it's going to save this in the /var/www/html/index.html, and then systemctl starts and enable httpd for it to start Apache and also enable it. I'm going to save launch instance. Okay, successful. Now let's launch our private instance. My private server. My Amazon Linux, change this to 2. Instance type T2 micro. Key pair login, we can use the same key pair. My key. Network settings, edit this. The VPC should be my VPC. Subnets, private. Disable auto assign public IP. Security group, select one that we already have. My server. This security group already has the inbound rules, right? SSH and HTTP. I'm still going to show you, and then launch. our instances, public server and the private server. So now let's see the public server. And if we go to security here, the security group rules that the inbound rules we added, we are allowing SSH on port 22 from anywhere, and also HTTP that runs on port 80 anywhere. You can click on this to see, let's see our rules. Inbound rules here, SSH and HTTP. SSH on port 22 is open to everyone. HTTP is also open on port 80 to everyone. Security group set, you come to security. You can click on this, my server SG. And when it loads, you come down here. We have 3 inbound rules, one for HTTP, another for ICMP to be able to ping your server, and then the third one for SSH, which runs on port 22. So this is what our security group looks like. If you are creating yours, everything is the same. The only thing you need to include is ICMP here to be able to ping your server. All right. So yes, if you copy this public IPv4 address and paste on your web browser, you should see the index.html page that we saved using Apache on our browser. We should, if we copy and paste this IP address on our browser, we should see that default page, right? Remember, we saved it when we were creating our EC2 instance. We added it to our user data and just wrote one line of code. This demo is organized by Cloudplex. So let's copy this public IPv4 address and paste on our browser. Enter. Yes, so our server is live. This demo is organized by Cloudplex. So we're able to see this right here because the default NACLs, that is Network Access Control List, allows both inbound and outbound traffic. So, but we are going to edit that by creating our Network Access Control List. So this is our instance. Let's see if we can connect to this instance. Let's see if we can SSH into this instance. Connect. Yay, we can connect to our instance. Okay, we can connect to our EC2 instance here, and we can see our user data. So now let's go back and create a network access control list and customize it, adding our inbound and outbound rules. Okay, so in your VPC section, scroll down to network ACLs and then create one. So let's say my public NACL. The VPC to use is my VPC, and then create. So successfully created this. Now let's get the IP address of our private instance, which is this right here, and let's see if we can ping it from our public instance. You know how we did it the last time in the previous video. So here, this is our EC2 connect, and let's see sudo su ping this. Yes, we can ping our private instance. And to stop this, press Ctrl+C and to terminate. So now let's go back to the VPC region and see how NACLs work. Now we are going to edit subnet associations and then attach both the public subnet and the private subnet to our public NACL and save changes. So now let's go back to our public EC2 instance and see if we can still access our web page, our Apache page. Copy, new tab, paste. So to keep loading forever, even if you go back here and reload this one, it's going to keep running and running and running. It's not here. You'll see this site can't be reached, right? It's going to enter a continuous loop. This site can't be reached. Why? Because we've associated our NACL to it, but they won't be able to SSH into the public EC2 instance to ping the private server. So let's see if we can SSH again into our instance. Connect. Let's see if we can SSH into our instance after attaching this NACL to our public and private subnets. Here, you can see that you can't SSH into your instance anymore because of the default NACL that we associated. So now let's go and customize our NACL. Let's add our inbound row, what we want, and let's add our outbound row also. So go back to the NACL section. Edit inbound rows. Now let's add our row. The first row, let's add now let's add our rows. 100 is for HTTP. Let's say HTTP, and that's on port 80 from anywhere. Okay, HTTP. Let's add another one for ICMP. ICMP runs on, the row number is 150, and then all ICMP IPv4. This is so that you can ping your private server anywhere. And now let's add the third row, which is SSH, our favorite. 200 custom SSH. Allow, save changes. Now we are not done. We also want to edit our outbound rows. Edit outbound rows. Add new row. 100. And for the type, 100 is our custom TCP. Port range. Now we need to add a port range. 102. For you can just copy mine and paste. So 65535. Anywhere also, add another row, ICMP, and this should be 150. Custom type, all ICMP IPv4, so that we can ping our server, and then add the last one, SSH 200. Here's our SSH port 20. So I love SSH so much. And then save changes. Okay, now let's go back to our instance and see. Now go back to your instance and let's see what's up. First, copy this and paste on your browser. We are back. This demo is organized by Cloudplex. So we have our NACLs attached, but because we've edited our inbound and outbound rows, we can see our web page again. So go back and let's test if we can connect to our instance and ping our private server. Connect. Here we are back, and let's see if we can ping our server. Sudo su ping. Enter. So we are able to ping our instance. back to your instances and terminate them. We've come to the end of this demo. Let me know if you got to this stage, if you are going to be trying this out, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.